Hello and welcome back to another special site preview with me, Meoni, for Final Fantasy XIV. This time we're looking at today's update on the 3rd of December 2020. Obviously we're coming much closer to the 8th now for the launch of 5.3, and things are starting to heat up in terms of information. But we've got some great stuff added to the special site today, which will be in the description of this video for you to check out. So the first thing lit up is gameplay. As you can see as we scroll down then, you'll see that there are some new bits towards the bottom. So we have the Ishgard Restoration updates. It says, with the residences of the new nest providing homes for countless Ishgardians and the markets of Featherfall ever flourishing, the firmament is evolving day by day into a living, breathing heart of the post-war Holy See. So it is that Lord Francel de Helionate turns his eyes to the 4th phase of the restoration effort, which will see the construction of a cultural district where nobleman and commoner, man and dragon alike, might further enrich their lives through aesthetic pursuits. Very interesting. We've got this nice picture here, looking like they're celebrating. This could be them all looking up towards the statue. There is actually a monument this time around in the Ishgard Restoration for the class most represented per server in terms of whoever gets the highest score. I believe it's crafting only, so if it's a carpenter that overall is the most people use for the rankings, then whichever's got the highest point, then it will be in the shape of a carpenter and so on. That might be what they're looking up towards, or maybe it's a tall building, but I would wager it's the monument itself. Very cool stuff, and obviously there's quite a few familiar faces there. See if you can name them all. Right then. The next bit is obviously Unreal Titan, which is the naval. It says, the foe commander wishes to hear a tale of heart-stopping terror and victory against impossible odds, for which your climactic encounter with Titan seems the perfect candidate. You cast your mind's eye back to that fateful day when you stood on the very precipice of certain doom, probably standing in landslides. And here we are, there's Unreal Titan. There's not really much to say apart from that, other than it's Titan, it's upscaled, it's Unreal difficulty, much like Shiva, although they have said before that this will be nowhere near as difficult of a DPS check as Shiva. Apart from that, lots of landslides. Expect to, be familiar with the extreme difficulty and the hard mode difficulty mechanics with the jails, etc., and killing Titan's heart and avoiding landslides and the bombs, that sort of dealio, and you'll be fine. They did confirm in the live letter that you will not be able to res people who die being knocked off, much like in the original, so that's nice and toasty in terms of people's salt levels. We also have the treasure hunt being updated, as we've talked about before, the shifting oubliettes of Gaia. It says, Fwaf tricksters, renowned for their devilish sense of mischief, even amongst the impish fae, have overrun the dungeons beneath Gaia. It is said they have ensorcelled the deepest sanctum with their chaotic magics, and tempt mortal visitors into playing their games, with a promise of unearthly riches. Should you stumble upon their hidden domain, know that you gamble your life with every spin of fate's wheel. This is the same thing as we saw in Stormblood, so basically there's a thing you click on and it spins a wheel. Where it lands, you will fight a monster of obviously different types, depending on where it lands, but also if you land on one of those pink atomoses, you get sent out of dungeon. This will be a random chance for this particular portal to open from treasure maps upon completion of the map on the 8-player treasure maps. So if you've got any of those, you might want to hold onto them. I don't know if there's going to be a new map associated with that, or if it's going to be the same Zenurskin one that we're currently using, but it might be a good idea to hold on to those for now. The second image actually of this is of a giant Fwaf. So before we had the Matanga, if you remember, the golden Matanga in these spinny things in Stormblood. Now it's a giant golden Fwaf as one of the things, probably from landing on the golden Fwaf thing, this thing over here that looks like a frog, like the silver thing. Very interesting. He's also wielding a candy cane. He's going to beat you to death with it. Very cool indeed. We also have a bit on ocean fishing, of course, that says, as well as charting new fishing routes for his adventurous passengers, the ship's captain has devised a series of missions to challenge you during the course of a voyage. Complete mission objectives to earn bonus points and aim to haul in your highest score ever. And we have one image here of people fishing off of the end of the Dravanian hinterland sea, right? Because there's Ishgard, Idleshire in the background. This is the Dravanian hinterlands, and then you've got this bit of ocean that you can just about see if you squint from up there in Idleshire. That's one of the two places. The other place that we're going to be fishing is just outside Hullbreaker Isle, which is going to be quite interesting as well. Very cool. I'm looking forward to ocean fishing. We got the other miscellaneous bits. We got the Mandeville Gold Saucer. It says Triple Triad update. It says, in order to provide a better card battling experience, the Triple Triad rules and user interface have undergone a number of revisions and improvements. The Gold Saucer has also introduced new tournament modes that cater to both beginners and veterans alike. These short-style competitions are available on a regularly cycling schedule, I think it's every 2 hours, and require all participants to build temporary decks from randomly created house cards. That's the draft rule, if I remember. All you need to do is sign up and play. We've got an image here of people all around a Triple Triad card deck thingy and having a great old time. Can't wait to do my own custom tournaments, actually. We have over here Doman Mahjong. It says, the exciting Eastern pastime is more accessible than ever thanks to new quick match option and a number of improvements to the interface. I'm not really much of a Mahjong-y player, so, I mean, the quick ranked match is a cool idea, considering quick matches are pretty long when I've tried them. Then we have the new system section, which includes Explorer mode. The new Duty Finder feature, known as Explorer mode, allows you to revisit dungeons in their completed state. This is with no bosses or mobs, and will initially be available for instances that were introduced in patch 5.0 or later. With this mode enabled, you can mount up and ride around the dungeon, or put down a striking dummy and batter it with limit breaks. And with no hostile creatures to bar your path, you are free to roam and take screenshots to your heart's content. We have a nice picture here of, obviously, Doan Meg with a chocobo in it, which looks really bizarre, doesn't it? But you can group up with up to 4 people and go and take some pictures, which is what I'm most looking forward to myself. I'm really looking forward to that. The performance update is fantastic looking, but whether or not I'll use it is another question. It says new instruments are being added, allowing for even more creative freedom. Interesting use of words there, considering what you can play can get you into trouble on YouTube, which is, of course, violins, which look great. Even just as pictures, that would be a nice picture, wouldn't it? I do like the idea of playing a fiddle or a violin and chilling out as a bard, but we'll have to obviously be careful where we play certain music because of all sorts of rules. New Game Plus gets updated. It says, relive more of your past adventures with newly added chapters for the main scenario quests from 5.1 to 5.3, as well as level 80 job quests and role quests. So we're getting updated stuff for that as well. If you really want to revisit that stuff, we have a picture, obviously, Dark Knight questline, and this is the actual menu being updated with part 3 for Shadowbringers. Very cool stuff. On this section, we have the new items. This is the bit that I'm most excited for. The first image then is of Allegan Tomestones of Revelation. These are new Tomestone weapons and armor. So on the side here, we have Healer, which looks absolutely fantastic. You might notice that this is a real Dark Souls and Bloodborne themed set, and I couldn't be happier. This set really is awesome. I do love this. The tome gear this time around, I can't wait to get a dyeable version of this. Very cool, very dark. I love the masks, actually. This looks to be Dragoon over in the back with this massive maced spiked pike thingy. The red mage here, so this is caster armor, and then this is the tome weapon, which is the red mage weapon. Kind of looks like something like a fish spine. Very, very Bloodborne. I love this so much. It's fantastic. I can't wait to get that on my caster. This is a monk over here, which is not very regularly featured in these pictures. I have these wonderful sort of screw weapons here on the fists. Those are really cool, especially if you want to open a bottle of wine with that incredible mask. I love this set, memes aside. We have Ninja over here looking even more Bloodborne and awesome. We have Aiming over here with this bow. Not a massive fan of the bow, but the aiming stuff's pretty cool. And then we got this, which is definitely the Dark Souls player character, isn't it? With this beautiful set of massive armor looking amazing in a Rogadin. I think this is a Rogadin. I don't think it's Hrothgar because there's no tail. That looks like a roe to me, with that amazing looking axe straight out of Dark Souls. Massive fan of this set. Cannot wait to get the augmented versions whilst we do some raiding to upgrade these. No idea what item level, probably, well, obviously above 500, maybe up to 510. Who knows at this point? I'm not sure. Maybe you can tell me your speculation. I also like they chose this area here with a ruins annex shrine. Very nice backdrop. Very cool. I like the set a lot. We have new mounts. One of the mounts that they have featured, though, it says, be it by land, sky, or sea, these new mounts will take you where you need to go. They featured the new, obviously, Emerald Weapon Dragon. So this is the one that will be coming through from Emerald Weapon, which is the new trial, as part of the Sorrow of Warlight set of trials. And this looks incredible. I do love the green spike on here. I still have yet to do the Seat of Sacrifice one. I don't have the Gweaber of Light, but this is beautiful. One of my favorite colors here represented. And I love the fact that it's got the little sort of like orby things like on Emerald Weapon. This is a must-have, and this is something I will definitely be working towards with my static. I want this so bad. I need it now. It's so good. I love that dragon. It's fantastic. The dragons in this, in Shadowbringers, have been some of my favorite looking mounts in the entire game, without a doubt. I can't wait to see what the ultimate one is. New minions, of course. I'm a massive minion collector. We have ourselves Be the Envy of Your Fellow Adventurers with these adorable wind-up toys. We have what looks like Lugia on the right there, which is some kind of like automaton thing. Not sure what that's supposed to be. Looks like an automated version of a Sildra or something. And then we have this squishy dude, which is from Matoy's Relic, and I have no idea what he's supposed to be. But presumably the minion on the left then is definitely going to be from Matoy's Relic, off of the last boss, probably low drop chance from that new dungeon as part of the MSQ, and then this thing on the right, at a hazard of a guess, possibly from undersea missions with your submarine. I don't know, maybe, who knows. It's kind of cool looking though, isn't it? Let me know if you know below. I have no idea what that is. And then we've got new emotes, and one of the ones they've suggested to look at are these, which remind me heavily of Splatoon. We've got the pink and the blue emote, which allows you to splat paint on the floor. Very cool. One thing we will notice, though, is they're showing off a new glamour here. I'm not really sure what this glamour set is. A friend of mine did mention that this logo on the hat kind of reminds him of the new business logo that they've got for Division 3, which obviously we've got Final Fantasy 16 involved in that and 14. So I'm not sure what this uniform even is. It's a leather jacket with, like, I don't know, Griever on it. I don't know what this is. It's kind of cool. It reminds me of... Well, I'm not sure what it reminds me of. It's just very leather clad, isn't it? Very interesting. So let me know what you think about this. But yes, the Splatoon emotes, as I'm going to call them, will be in this patch. I thought they might be Mog Station, but maybe not. Obviously, if you've ever done a Demon Chardanuk in... what was it? Deltascape or Sigma? I can't remember. Then you'll recognize that from Chardanuk. And at the bottom, you can find all of those new images in high res for you to have a look at your leisure. Me personally, though, highlights from this, definitely the Emerald Dragon. I want that more than life itself. It looks fantastic. It's just so cool. Look at that face with the teeth and the hidden eyes. So cool, so cool. I'm looking forward to the Ishgard Restoration, but for the most part, I'm looking forward to collecting those minions, the mount, and doing the new trial. I think that's my biggest need right now. Oh, this is a nice image as well. Look at that. That's of Emerald in fight. Very cool. Definitely underwater reactor vibes from 7 there. But anyway, this will be in the description. Go check it out yourself. Let me know what you think of these new additions to the special site. Are you hyped for 5.4? What are you most excited for? I know a lot of people have Bosja on their list. They have, you know, the Blue Mage stuff's on the list, the Ishgard Restoration, maybe a bit of Unreal Titan. I don't know. I'm looking forward to all of it. It's going to be fun. It's been a long time since we had a nice patch dump of content. I'll be covering as much of it as I humanly can on the 8th onwards, as you could expect. I'll probably be going crazy with videos as usual, including patch notes on the day before the actual patch goes live, as well as I'm hoping to do a video on where to actually unlock everything as well, as usual. Thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Much love, and I'll see you all next time.